new programs would you put in place?
Whoa, I'm gonna need more time than what you're giving me. What new programs would I do? Number one, I've been talking about it all night since I've been sitting here. Community policing program. I think that is so important. By that, we're gonna spin off into a lot of other things. Once you deal with community policing, you go to the root of the problem, whether it's juvenile crime, whether it's drugs, adult drugs, whether it's domestic violence, anything you can think of. And then once you identify the problem, you have to solve it. So by solving it, if you have a juvenile crime problem, I want to look at different programs to work with our youth. Whether we like it or not, we're not going to be here, they're going to be here eventually at one point in time. And they're going to be the ones that are going to be running our community or making decisions. One thing that I had the honor of doing in the West Side Community Project was working with the youth and making a difference. We took youth to, in the city, we took youth to Crabtree Correctional Facility and did a straight talk program. I know they're doing things like that in the jail now, and I would definitely want to work hand in hand closely with the jail to implement programs like that. As far as other programs, you have schools. Each one of these communities in the K County, other than Nardin and I believe Call City, has elementary schools. You know, we've all heard of DARE, we've all heard of all the other programs there was. That is stuff that will cost the county budget absolutely nothing. It just means that a deputy has to go over and spend quality time with these kids, which I think every one of us in law enforcement understand that that's what we need to do, address the problem. And I could go on and on and on, but he's about to pull up that red card, so yeah, it's a stop. So if you do want to talk to me about other things that I have in mind, I'd be more than happy to visit with you. Thank you very much.
With only 2 minutes, I'm going to talk about one major program that I'm going to implement, and that's the Sex Offender Registration and Notification Act. I'm a professor with Fox Valley College, and I was instrumental in developing all the laws, policies and procedures, and criminal codes in reference to the Sex Offender Registration Program that are now implemented throughout the United States at all the tribal nations. So that's actually provides a better secured environment for their children and for their elders. So I am going to implement the new federal standards of the Sex Offender Registration Program, so that way we can better monitor, track, and register these sex offenders and let everybody know where they live, work, and go to school. So that way your families can be a lot safer. Thank you.
As I said earlier, I wanted to start up a Citizens Academy, get the citizens of K County involved in helping us fight crime. We also want to start or continue on with our reserve academies, get some more reserves. Like I said, it doesn't cost the county citizens any money to put on the reserve program. And the jail currently has got some outstanding programs helping the inmates that we have up there. Basically a re-entry program. They've got Bible classes, support groups. As a sheriff, I want to continue that and help in any way that I possibly can. Currently, they're in the process of starting a GED program. I think that would be tremendous if we could get that. A lot of our inmates that we have up there right now, which is roughly 190, are repeat offenders. And some of them don't even know how to read or write, or they've got a 9th grade education. So whenever they go out and get out of our jail, they can't even go fill out an application because they don't know how. Well, these type of programs would help. If we could support them and teach them before they get out, they can get out and be a responsible citizen instead of going out and breaking the law. Therefore, they won't have to come back to our jail, and it doesn't cost us to house them. So that's just one of the other programs I'd like to get started, and also we need to work on trying to get a juvenile facility built in this county. We have a real bad problem with juveniles transports. We traveled over 106,000 miles last year transporting prisoners and juveniles, and it's costing us 100,000 plus out of the sheriff's department budget. So we need to get that going. And he told me to stop. I'm sorry.